Opinion: The Odyssey, by Donald Trump opens a conversation between Frank Bruni and Bret Stephens about the current U.S. foreign policy crisis and the Trump administration's approach to Iran. They start by recalling Christopher Nolan's new film adaptation of Homer's epic and shape the situation as a modern Scylla and Charybdis choice, a tightrope between military action and diplomatic failure. Bruni says, "I don't see any good outcome because whatever happens in the next weeks or months can't erase the Odyssey that brought us to this wretched juncture. The world has seen how poorly President Trump plans, how little he understands, how profligate he can be with our country's diminished arsenal, and how he commands a gallery of fools." Stephens responds that the Iran war is a serious foreign policy problem and an even greater internal problem when you must deal with an erratic president who issues threats, then withdraws them, signs ceasefire agreements without fully understanding them, and shifts its political narrative at the drops. They note that a normal president would target what remains of Iran's nuclear installations and escort ships through the Strait of Hormuz in convoy in defense of the age-old principle of freedom of the seas, a difficult but not impossible military task. Yet Trump, according to the article, lacks any coherent strategic concept or elementary understanding of what strategy is. He has even been described as a hawk with a fear of flying. The conversation moves to focus on how Trump's appetite for energy and drama has been channeled into convincing Americans that the elections are wholly corrupted in favor of Democrats. The author describes it as painstakingly deliberate, and notes that Trump is preparing a primetime television address on Thursday to rant on this narrative. Trump's campaign of misinformation is framed as the most significant storyline threatening the stability of American democracy. Framing the lesser good of the Iranian confrontation, Bruni argues that the Iran war is not redounding to his or his Republican abettors' political benefit. That war is portrayed as quite the opposite of what would bring political advantage to Trump, making the very idea of war a political liability. In closing, the article touches on how the president's action, the single scariest and most significant storyline of the months between now and the midterms, threatens to divide the nation long before December. It warns of a gallery of fools that Trump can command, and recalls the legacy of people who, when confronted with great risk, choose a stable but uncertain path. Thank you for tuning in.